Hello guys, in this video of how to use Zing, I'm going to take you guys through multiple different workflows that you can use for your e-commerce brand, specifically focusing on the fashion brands. Usually we see that during product shoots, the model would have certain blemishes or certain marks on her face or his face. We're kind of going to be able to remove those blemishes. We're going to be able to subject crop, which is specifically focusing on the subject with unique dimensions. We're also going to be using the background removal tool and creating some standard images around that, and how to use the canvas function as well. So for two to three different platforms, we will kind of edit or the whole range of images. Here we have the range. I'm going to quickly take you guys through what these images look like as well. So we have all of these e-commerce images where the model's faces have certain blemishes. They have unique different backgrounds. They're different types of shots as well. And we're going to kind of be able to run this process of getting rid of the face marks, cropping to the model effectively, and creating the right guidelines as well as we go ahead. So we look at how the margin functions, the zoom functions, the subject focus functions work out. So I'm going to quickly select, like I have a workflow set up here, which I selected using the left column. And here I'm going to be able to kind of run the workflow. So let's say I've selected face retouch. This is the original image. And I'm going to also use subject focus to be able to focus on the subject as you've seen here. So in this workflow, I've kind of been able to remove the face marks and focus on the subject as well. So just for the benefit of all, I'm going to run this workflow again. So you see how the image transitions. As I hit run, the first step it's going to take forward is the subject, is the face retouch. As soon as it kind of enables the retouch, then it's going to go back to focusing on the subject and kind of cropping and zooming in effectively. So we have like the perfect frame effective, depending on every different image. And then we can of course use the run batch process function, where I can upload all of these images together. Let's say I control A and open. And then I have the option of also quickly viewing all the images. So these are all the images that I'm going to be processing, and I can also choose to delete them from here. Once I've done that, I can press on start batch process as well. So here we'll be able to see, I'm going to quickly bring on our older images as well, and we can also quickly compare them as the batch process runs. I want to select this here as well. So we're going to have a nice comparison of what's going on. So as you see, the workflow has kind of started transforming. We've started getting the effective results as well. And here as well, we're going to quickly open it up and start comparing these results too. So we'll wait for all of our results to quickly come in, and then we'll do a comparison as well. So here is the original image, and here is the nicely cropped image where we have gotten rid of the marks on her face. We have the focus on the subject, and we have the right kind of margin guidelines as well. This is the other image where we are going to compare how there were so many blemishes on her face and how we've kind of been able to get rid of all of them and at the same time zoom in as well. This is the other image, and let's quickly bring in the comparative right here. So you're able to again see how we've been able to zoom in and effectively create the difference. In a matter of no time, we've kind of been able to transform a lot of these images. And let me bring out this sample too. Here you can see of how she had so many marks, and we've been kind of been still able to retain the natural lighting as well as the positioning. and also crop the background to the subject effectively. This is the other one. So the idea is you've been able to run this at scale and do this effectively. So that was a quick comparison. Now let's create another workflow where we want to face retouch, we want to focus on the subject, and let's say we also want to, in this case, we want to face retouch and we want to remove and clip the background because we want to create a standard Amazon image, for example. So we remove and clip the background and we create a canvas as well. In the canvas, we can choose our placement. Let's say we want images of 2000 by 2000. Then we select our margin guidelines. I want the I want the top margin to be 10, bottom margin to be 0, left and right margin to be 10. And then and then go ahead and select the alignment as well. Once this is done, I can quickly run and see what the sample output would look like. Here again, I've been able to face retouch, remove and clip, and then create the standard canvas around it. And I can select the alignment to be bottom. So then I get the correct alignment and the output. Now I can color the background so that I get the standard white background as well. And I can run this workflow again. Once I've done this, I can again select my run batch process. I already have the 22 images selected and start the batch process again. So here with bottom alignment, we're going to get all of our results very, very easily. And this is again a standard e-commerce kind of workflow that you've created in two steps. We've clipped the background out, we've face retouched, gotten rid of the face marks, and at the same time, we've been able to color the background. And here we'll start seeing all the results for the same. The results start populating in this window. And again, with face retouch and effectively kind of using our background removal function, we've been able to generate all of these standard images in a go. So our different workflows have kind of given us a different range of images, which are all going to be useful as well. Now, let's say in the same image, we would kind of want to also crop the nose, for example. We only want to focus on the product. So I can actually go ahead and select crop nose as well. And I'm going to bring crop nose right after face retouch. And then let's also in our canvas change the top margin to be, let's say, 0. And we try and run and see what is going to happen. So I want to crop the nose and completely focus on the person. And again, in this case, we can choose the alignment to be center. So we have no top margin, we have alignment at the center, and then we're able to create this kind of an image. But let's say I don't want this, I actually want a much more zoom in image in that case. So I can go ahead and also select subject focus. Instead of kind of creating a canvas, yes, I can use creating the canvas, and I can also go ahead and use the subject focus here. Then let's put in our new guidelines. We're face retouching, we're cropping the nose, and we're using the subject focus function. So in the subject focus, we can put in our new guidelines of 2000 by 2000. So this is one step added where we're kind of exactly We're cropping the nose and further focusing on the subject itself. So here I can again run the batch process, and you're going to be able to see that three different workflows have effectively given us three different results, and all of these images are kind of ready for different platforms. I'm using standard HD images. You could, of course, be using images across 4K and 8K as well. We'll quickly have a look at these results here, where everywhere we've been kind of been able to crop to the nose. We've retouched the face as well, and we focused on the subject. So this again creates a very standard look for your site, as you're able to effectively crop with precision without having being able to do a lot of these tasks humanly. We're going to quickly go to our past images and kind of see all of these three different workflows that we've gone through. This was our first workflow where we face retouched and we just did subject focus. This is our second workflow where we removed the background, we created a canvas, and we created the standard kind of frame. And this is our last workflow. I'm just going to refresh the screen. This is our last workflow where we cropped the nose, also focused on the subject, and we were able to do skin retouch as well. So again, seamless results across all of these different categories while we had these other varying images uh, as an option. So that's a little bit about how you can use Zing for fashion e-commerce and run different workflows for different kind of aspect ratios effectively. Thank you.